This is Pet Life Radio. Let's talk pets.
Hello, pet lovers, and welcome to Best Bets for Pets. I'm your show host, Michelle Fern. You know, there's so many products out there that are, displaced to make our animals comfortable and calm them and relax them. But I have never heard of anything quite like this. It's something truly unique, very original, and very effective. So stay tuned, and my guest today is going to tell you all about it. We'll be right back.
Take a bite out of your competition. Advertise your business with an ad in Pet Life Radio podcasts and radio shows. There is no other pet-related media that is as large and reaches more pet parents and pet lovers than Pet Life Radio. With over 7 million monthly listeners, Pet Life Radio podcasts are available on all major podcast platforms, and our live radio stream goes out to over 250 million subscribers on iHeartRadio, Odyssey, TuneIn, Stitcher, and other streaming apps. For more information on how you can advertise on the #1 pet podcast and radio network, visit PetLifeRadio.com/advertise today.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back, everyone. I'd like to welcome Leslie Yellin. She's the founder and CEO of Animal Science Labs. Welcome, Leslie.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
I'm very excited to have you on Best Bets for Pets. So before we get into talking about your products, tell us about Animal Science Labs.
Animal Science Labs was started, basically, I grew up in the pet industry, and I have worked with veterinarians, behaviorists. I've had my own pet stores. I've worked for probably every industry within the pet industry. And I knew that there was natural alternatives to when your dog has issues. You don't have to always give medicine or drug your dog when they're having anxiety and problems like that. And because of experience with my own rescues having extreme anxiety, I decided to use some science and work with some laboratories and come up with the very unique product that is the only one that's scientifically proven to make your dog happy.
Well, congrats, because this is something very different. Now, I'm going to share, when I got the sample, I thought, okay, cool. Let me see what this looks like. On Best Bets for Pets, I used to do 2 shows in one session. So I've probably done over 300 shows. So many, many different products. But there was an envelope with tissue paper.
Gauze, yeah.
Right, gauze. Thank you.
Yep.
Gauze. And it said to stick it under my arm. And then I'm thinking, what is this? And I hadn't had time to do a lot of research on your show yet. And then, I read about it. I thought, okay, this is kind of interesting. This is really unusual, but kind of interesting. And so I sent the gauze back, and voila, my sample came of the Canine Comfort Spray, Peace of Mind. And I thought, this is kind of cool. Okay. And then sprayed a little around where Nicky hangs out and on his bed, followed the directions. And he's very high strung. He's a little yappy dog, very, very high strung. And I did notice that he wasn't quite as yappy, but it was so unusual, the idea of gauze and my smell. How did you come up with that idea?
Sure. So back in the day when I had my pet stores, people would come in, they're traveling, they're going to the vet, and they wanted to know what they could do to calm and relax their dog. And traditionally, we would say, take a t-shirt that you've worn and put it in the crate, let them have something that your scent is on. And then I was reading about Emory University did a study where they took dogs, perfectly trained, happy dogs, put them in an MRI machine and gave them things to smell. Their owner, sausage, other dogs. And the only scent that lit up what's called their caudate nucleus, their happy place in their brain, was that of their owner. And the owner wasn't there. So it further enhanced what we already knew, which was that dogs love their owner's scent. And when they smell it, it makes them happy. So that's how the concept came to be.
And how did you decide that gauze was the best medium?
Sure. I did a lot of research and I needed the most porous thing. And basically your scent molecules, your dog's scent is millions of times greater than ours. And so your scent molecules you can touch a park bench and you leave your scent molecules. But this is actually an absorbent material that can take it and absorb these molecules. Because what happens is we ask you to hold them in your hand, your feet. Some people, we have couples fighting over whose scent gets to be collected. And you can do it 5 minutes. I've had some people call and say, I wore it all day. I really want my dog to know it's me. And then you send it back. And literally within 24 hours, we have an extraction process that concentrates your scent. And we're able to pull it and put it into liquid things. You will not smell dirty socks, I promise you. You can't smell it, but your dogs can.
Yeah, I was wondering what it would smell like. And I have it right near me. There's not much of a smell. It's not effective.
Yes, and the one you have is scent-free. We have ones that we've added calming lavender and calming other essential oils depending on the dog's anxiety level. We have ones we call it earmuffs, and it's for dogs that are afraid of loud noises, fireworks, thunderstorms. And that has a lot of essential oils blended with their pet parent's scent, which is just like a mega dose of calming for them.
That's interesting because you have, I know, a lot of different products. How do you know what's the best? You just shared one.
Sure.
But how do you know what to choose? And also, does it matter size of dog, breed? And these are a lot of questions. I'm sorry, but they're bubbling in my brain. So, and does it only work for dogs? What about cats?
Well, right now it only works for dogs. We are launching in about 30 days our cat one, which is very different because cats really don't really care what you smell like. But
exactly. They're like, who are you? Maybe I'll be nice to you today. Whatever.
Exactly.
We love them.
Exactly. Maybe if you smell like catnip, they'll like you.
Right.
But that was a good question because, some dogs have that short snout like a pug or a bulldog. And we made sure to formulate it so that it was not offensive and it would not harm them in any way because what they smell versus us is huge. So we didn't want to overpower them with anything. And we make some for like in a reed diffuser for a small area where it's a constant scent. And we also make ones that are oils that go into an air diffuser for a greater area. But I will say the most popular ones are the sprays that people can take with them, whether they're visiting their parents or out in a stressful scenario. Those are the ones that really seem to have struck home.
Now, what about if your dog is, let's say, what if he's barking a lot? Is that a sign of anxiety? And will the calming spray help? I mean, I know it's a little difference.
Yeah, I have rescues and a couple of them have a lot of anxiety. And barking is one of them, of the signs of it, whether it's panting, pacing, crying, having accidents, being destructive. With the pandemic and people going back to work right now, it's been great for us, but people are realizing that their dogs have been with them 24 hours a day. Now they're leaving them alone and they've never experienced them crying and barking. Didn't even know it till people in apartment buildings have their neighbors complaining. So it is definitely will calm your dog down and relax your dog. We have videos when people give reviews of their dog, watching their dog on the camera, of them barking and being crazy, and then them not after using the product. So it's been phenomenal. We're so happy.
So I'm so happy for you. So the type of product matters some, but as far as I want to know if the type of product is more of a preference or if it should be done for different things. Now you mentioned one, that what about the reed diffuser and the electric diffuser versus the spray? Does that make a difference? And also, does it make a difference size of dog, type of dog?
Yes. Okay. So the reed diffuser is specifically made for dogs where their dog is in a small area and it needs a constant influx of their scent to keep them calm and relaxed. And it doesn't matter the breed or the size. The air diffusers, we have one called Happy Home, and it just goes out into the air. It can go in a larger area. We always say leave doors open, just so if the dog doesn't want to smell it, he can leave and come back. And the mist that you have is it's scent free. And then our other mist is with lavender to calm. And some people don't want a scent, so that's why we made the scent free. And our earmuffs is definitely for it's our most, I would say, potent one for really high anxiety dogs. That's the mega dose.
We know there's plenty of those. So you created this process called HME, which is human molecular extraction. When you were doing all the research for this and you found the study, what made you decide to do the various types of mediums that you use? And was there a lot of research involved in this? I mean, it could have been done on a solid, I guess, a scented solid piece that kept the scent for a long time.
Yes.
Scented wax. I mean, there's a lot of different mediums, although you've covered, I think, some of the best ones to choose. But how did that come about?
People did approach us about doing candles or putting it into like a stuffed animal, but we wanted it to be in a situation where it lasts a long time and it's applicable if you're traveling, if you're going to the groomer, if you have a pet sitter, you're putting your dog in boarding, where it can go with you wherever you're going, or you can choose one of the ones that don't. And again, trying to respect people's noses. So we didn't want anything offensive. And so everything is pretty subtle in its scent, but still it smells great in your home. Like it smells like something you would buy to make your house smell good, but it's still has your scent in there as the underlying scent for your dog.
You mentioned something and you said going to the vet and so forth. What about a dog that's anxious to be in a car? And now your car already kind of smells of you, but.
Yeah. And people have said that. They've said like, my house smells like me. This is taking your scent and making it super concentrated. I always say, like, if you spray their bed, it's like a whole room full of hugs from you because it's like a big dose of your scent. Nothing light. It's something where it's almost saturated with your scent. And that's the difference as opposed to being in your house every day where you definitely have your scent there.
That's a great way to put it. All right, we're going to take a short break and we'll be right back. Molly, here's your dinner. Zeus, that's not your food.
Don't let that happen to your precious cat. Elevate your cat's eating experience with the Cat Tree Tray. The Cat Tree Tray keeps your cat's food off the floor and conveniently located on the cat tree. It's the perfect way to eat. It's a beautiful wrought iron tray that easily attaches to your cat tree and keeps dogs and other critters out of your cat's dish. A must for multi-pet households. There's a 6-inch tray for large bowls and a 4-inch tray for smaller bowls. Purchase your Cat Tree Tray today. Go right now to cattreetray.com. That's cattreetray.com. cattreetray.com.
Let's talk pets
Let's talk pets
on Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back, everyone. We're talking with Leslie Yellin, the founder and CEO of Animal Science Labs. So, Leslie, you've given us such great information on your products in the first half of the show. I want to know where people can get them, but I also want to talk about some of the great things that you do for homeless dogs and so forth, and your sourcing and that you're made in the US. So before we get to that, where can people, I usually do this at the end, so we might do it again, but I really want people to know, where can they find your product?
So you can go to our website, which is the letter K, the number 9, comfortspray.com. And K9 Comfort Spray is also available on Amazon. Read our reviews. They're all 5-star. And that's where you can find it right now.
Okay. And let's talk about some of the great things that you do for your company does. You're recyclable. So tell us all about it rather than me just flip out one features.
Yeah. So the most important thing and the thing that's closest to my heart is rescue and shelter dogs. I love all dogs, but having grown up and in the industry, when I want a dog, I tell all my friends that are in rescues, I want the ugliest, oldest dog that nobody wants. And I get them. Trust me, our last dog, her name is Ugly Violet. She's hideous in a beautiful way. And so anything I can do to make their life better. So when you purchase this product, we donate toys to shelters. So it's my goal that while they're there waiting for their forever home, that they can have something of comfort and happiness. So we give shelters toys for all their dogs so they can have something that's theirs and comforting for every time that something is purchased. It is made in the USA. It's ethically sourced. Our ingredients are from the USA. So we're not importing anything for it. And it's a small business as far as employees, but a big business because we have a global reach. And we did test for 1 full year. And then I think we have over 1,000 dogs that have tested it, launched this December, and it's been overwhelmingly wonderful. That's why we're coming out with more new products within 30 days.
Let's talk a bit about some of your new products without going into too much giveaway. But I'm excited for the cats because that's my other show, Catitude. It's not really a product show, but we do mention things from time to time, especially when it's something that could be so helpful to your cat.
Yes.
So what's up and coming?
Well, cats, as you know, probably more than me, they're kind of like people in a way. Everyone is different, but they do have often kind of an aggression. A lot of times people are home walking around and their cats attack their legs. And some cats really do miss you when you're not there. And some cats could really care less. So we have a product that's going to definitely calm and relax them, but it's affecting them in a different way. And we're using certain scents that, again, are scientifically proven to help calm and relax your cat without making her fall asleep or him fall asleep, just taking the edge off.
But nothing that's going to be bad for them.
Oh my gosh, never.
Yeah, of course. So if I buy this, I'm not getting gauze first.
Nope, they don't care about your smell.
What about for cats that attack each other?
Oh, that's the worst. It will definitely, again, calm and relax if it's a multiple cat home. It's universal. It's not just one. It's going to calm and relax them. And, then depending on the level of aggression and stuff, that's where sometimes I would recommend going. And I have worked with cat behaviorists and, see if there's something else going on that they can help with.
Yeah, it's they're sisters. It's been a challenge. Okay, so let me ask, this. There's a lot of different questions I get from people and my listening audience that emails. What would you say to someone who says, it sounds good, but I've tried sprays, I've tried this, I've tried that. What's so different about the Canine Comfort Spray? I know it smells of me, but is that really going to make a difference? Because these are some of the questions I get. So I'm giving you hard questions, Leslie, I know, but this is your chance to just
bring them on.
Yes. You've probably gotten them too. So what would you say?
So actually, we have brain scans of dogs' brains when they're smelling other scents. And they're very detailed, very scientific. And we actually say on our website, if you want, we'll supply the scans so you can look for them and see the difference of when they're smelling different things, how it literally lights up that section of their brain that brings them calm and happiness. And that's the first step. And also, some people say, like, how do you know it's in there? So we also have lab results where we've taken it and sent it to independent labs, and they pull out a report. I can't even understand most of it, but they highlight all the scent molecules that are in there and the fatty acids and the things to prove that this is actually what it says it is. Your scent is in this bottle.
I think it's incredible. And it's like nothing I've ever used or had or heard of before. And I think it's just genius because there are scents that in humans that they say when you smell certain things and remember certain things that we have different reactions to. We could talk about it, dogs can't. So like you said, you have the scientific, results from that. So I think that humans have that kind of effect. Why wouldn't dogs? That's stretching it a little bit, but like you have the scientific information to back it up. But does that kind of make sense what I'm alluding to?
Explain it a little bit more detail.
I'm just, for your skeptics out there. No, you have the scientific facts which back it up. But for humans, you could say, I could smell, the perfume of a relative that passed away, even if it's old perfume. And it'll still evoke a memory and have something different. I'm sure if I had a brain scan, then something would light up someplace or, what have you. But humans have that kind of effect. Now, dogs, I know they're different than humans, but they have, functioning brains. And there's, like you said, there's scent molecules. So I definitely understand the basis for this. And again, you have the scientific backup. So this is just something I would say to your skeptics, not being a scientist and not having all the factual stuff, right? Because scent does have kind of a memory.
Yeah, it has a recollection. Like you can smell something and it reminds you of when you were a child. That's exactly, that's why when we did the testing with the scans, the pet owner wasn't there. So smelling them and showing this lighting up inside their brain shows that they know who that is and they can recollect that person. This is an explanation of how powerful their noses are. There are dogs that can go on ships that find people that have drowned in the ocean. And that just shows like their noses are so powerful. They know it's mom or dad or whoever when they're inhaling that scent. And it's very comforting. And also, if you look at the reviews, those people are people that actually bought it, and they're very touching and very wonderful how it literally has changed people's lives, the parents' anxiety and the dog's anxiety.
So thanks for listening to my little crazy explanation, but I wanted skeptics to, have a little something relatable. What about for people that are traveling, or whether if you're leaving home and you have a pet sitter, would this be something that you could spray and it would make your dog calmer? Even like you said, you're not in the house, but would that, take
100%? Yes.
That's great to know, because one of the pet parents' main anxiety, a big thing, is traveling because, they're going to miss you. I'm going to be gone. What am I going to do? So how would this make my dog less neurotic when I'm gone?
What people have done, and we didn't actually recommend this at first, but it came through their feedback, is a lot of people, before they leave, they'll spray a bandana and put it on the dog. And also they'll purchase a toy, like a plush toy that they haven't played with before or cuddled with. And not for dogs that destroy, just cuddle dogs. And they'll spray it with the product. And then when they leave, they give it to the dog. And that's the one where I have on our reviews some videos of people in that exact situation saying, we've not been able to go to dinner because our dogs freak out. And this is our first night we're actually out to dinner and they're not freaking out.
That's incredible. Okay, so where again can people find Canine Comfort Spray?
So Amazon has it. And just remember, it's the letter K, the number 9, Comfort Spray. And all of our products are on Amazon. Or you can go to our website, which has a lot more information, which is k9comfortspray.com.
Wonderful. Well, Leslie, thank you so much for coming on Best Bets for Pets and telling us all about Canine Comfort Spray. This is to me, it's like a magical product that, like I said, I've never had experienced anything like it. It's just wonderful. So thank you for creating Canine Comfort Spray and making all of our lives a little calmer.
Thank you so much. And that's what I can't wait. All calm dogs, 100%.
I hope everyone enjoyed this show. This was a wonderful experience, and it was so nice to see Nikki calmer. So I want to thank my guest, Leslie Yellin, for coming on Best Bets for Pets. Thank you to Nikki for testing Canine Comfort Spray, and I am really enjoying him being so much more relaxed and calmer. He's not licking his paws like he does. He's very nervous. So this has been just a wonderful product to have and try out. And I would like to thank my producer, Mark Winter, for making me and my guests sound amazing. So thanks to everyone that listens to Best Bets for Pets. We've been doing all kinds of pet products on here since 2010. So thank you so much for listening. And hey, keep listening, because you never know what we're going to have on Best Bets for Pets.
Let's Talk Pets, every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.